And as a former forward, I mean, just how much have you been enjoying watching Haaland since he joined the Premier League? Goodness me.
I know. I mean, is he human? He's like a robot that's been programmed how to score goals. I mean, I don't mean that disrespectfully. He just makes it look so simple. His game is fairly simplified. He gets himself in the box. He makes those runs off the last defender. And his teammates now have clocked on how best to service him. They don't need to look up when they're in the positions out wide. They know where he'll be. I mean, what a start to his Manchester City career. You wondered how he'd adjust to the Premier League, but he really has taken it to like a duck to water. And he looks a shoe-in for the Golden Boot. How many is he going to get? About 40 by the looks of it. He just looks unstoppable at the moment. And then obviously they have to take care. He can't play every week at full tilt, but what a signing. What an amazing centre forward he is.
What a relationship that he's built with Kevin De Bruyne as well. Will that be the difference on Sunday, do you reckon?
Well, it's a hard combination to keep quiet, that's for certain. And, you know, coaches from now until the end of the season will be discussing how to keep that pair quiet. But I mean, such is the quality, and also, of course, such is the quality elsewhere. If you try and put two on Haaland, man mark Kevin De Bruyne, I mean that's not going to work. So you just have to have a bit of luck and defend exceptionally well. But yeah, I'm sure Pep Guardiola is absolutely delighted to see that understanding, that connection develop so quickly, really. But you know, top class players, world class players, they get on the same wavelength really quickly because they think the same. So that's been an added bonus for City.
Is there any chance that Erik ten Hag's Man United can try and get a win against City? Because they have had some big wins after this, you know, really tough start. They have beaten Liverpool, they have beaten Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, after a bit of a gloom and doom period, yeah, they've got a nice run going. They had that little hiccup in Europe, losing to Sociedad. But Ten Hag's gradually, it looks, getting to grips with the situation. Marcus Rashford playing through the middle now, which hasn't happened on a consistent basis for a long, long time. So he'll be kind of familiarising himself with that role, because sometimes you can forget it a little bit. But when you've got the likes of Fernandes and Eriksen supplying you with those kind of passes, his confidence will be growing and growing quickly. There's nothing like finding the back of the net to perk you up. He went through a long spell where his head was down and you wondered where his career was going. Thankfully, it looks like he's on the uphill curve again.
What about where this match is going to be won? Is this perhaps the battle in midfield it might come down to?
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, City, you know, whether they're home or away, they go in as favourites. They did the double last year against their local rivals. But as you said, Hayley, you know, United have had some good results in recent seasons. I mean, I think keeping Haaland quiet is the main factor, isn't it? So that's going to be the challenge for United.
Right. That's one derby to look forward to this week, and we've got the North London derby as well. Arsenal, top of the table, just a point ahead of Tottenham. Now, it's always a special fixture anyway for the fans, but, I mean, does it have even more edge with both teams doing so well?
It does, yeah, it does. I don't think many maybe would have predicted this situation with the Gunners top of the pile and Spurs not too far behind. It's you know, fairly early on in the season. It's a chance to see where they lie in relation to each other. So I'm really looking forward to it. Spurs, they would probably admit, maybe apart from the 6-2 against Leicester last time out, haven't really hit their stride, but they've got the results. Still unbeaten, classic Antonio Conte, if you like. They've developed that grit, that resilience in the game, which hasn't always been there, of course. So coming to Arsenal, it's going to be one of those. There's normally goals in this game, but Conte would be happy with a 1-0, I'm sure. But the way Arsenal are playing, the chances they're creating, Spurs defensively will have to be at the best.
Will, but Arsenal could be without, as many as 7 players for the game, key players as well as Thomas Partey and Kieran Tierney struggling. How much tougher does that make it?
It does, yeah, particularly. I mean, hopefully, Tierney will be okay, but Partey's a big concern. He's so important to that Arsenal team, to that midfield. We saw without him against Manchester United, there were big holes in that midfield, allowed Fernandes to put those balls through. Don't think that would have happened with Partey in the team. And you don't want to be reliant on one player quite to this extent, but he is so important. Mo Elneny is out for a period of time as well. So they are short in midfield. They need Partey in there. And that could tip the balance whether he plays or not. But with him there, there's so much more of a solid side able to support that really talented attack